Hi everybody, it's Marianne and Barb here at Gilda's Club, Simcoe, Muskoka. And this edition of Coffee Talk with ROK, we'd like to welcome you into Gilda's Club. So here we are in a very, very quiet clubhouse with nobody in due to COVID, standing beside Gilda, the namesake for Gilda's Club. And Gilda's is how Ripple got started. In 2016, I invited Marianne over for coffee at Gilda's for a fundraiser. We were chatting about the needs that Gilda's Club has in Simcoe County, and that there's no government funding, and how the vulnerable population going through cancer really needed a clubhouse, and how we could give back as to members of the community, and how our friends could help out. And it kind of rippled from there, literally. Exactly. Marianne called two friends, I called two friends, so on, like that, the hair commercial. And now, 4 years later, we have 3 other chapters in Ontario.
270 members
in
our own chapter.
In our own chapter. And collectively, our chapter has given back over $350,000 back to the community. So it all started with this wonderful woman, Gilda Radner. And in her words, it's always something. And we all know that now going through COVID.
It's so true. So those of you who don't know, Barb is actually on the board of directors here at Gilda's, and she is also the past chair. So she has a very deep connection to the clubhouse itself. So today we're going to be talking to Aaron, who's the executive director, and we're going to go back into the kitchen and chat with him and see how COVID has impacted the actual clubhouse and all the members.
So welcome to the beautiful kitchen at Gilda's Club. I'd like to introduce you to Aaron Lutes, our new executive director, who started in January. So, Aaron, talk to us about COVID.
Well, these are not boring times. I know that when we talk about Gilda's Club, we've been very focused on building community, and community is a social interaction. So, it's not hard to empathize with the difficulty that people are going through, and this is the life of a cancer patient. So, we continue to find new ways to be able to impact the lives positively for the members we serve.
And what are some things that Gilda's is doing right now to reach out to their members in the community? How are you, keeping those programs running?
Again, we did so many things in person, and then COVID-19 visited our lives. We didn't determine that, and a cancer patient doesn't determine how cancer visits their lives. Being part of cancer support community in Gilda's Club worldwide, we were able to pull on 45 different affiliates, 170 locations, and convert all of our programming very quickly to virtual programming, which is the safest thing for cancer patients who are immune compromised. They're one of the most vulnerable in this community. So we look to be able to make sure that we could still serve them in the most effective way that we can. And while we all look for how to do these things in person again, is certainly looking at the new way of doing business.
It's almost like a little silver linings come out of it, because for those people that are maybe out of the area of Simcoe, Muskoka, or don't have somebody to drive them here, we can still connect going forward past COVID.
We've seen actually a great pickup in people that usually had more trouble in that in-person world of visiting what we do. In fact, we picked up members from outside of our service area. We're serving people actively from Mississauga, and I just found out this week from as far away as Kingston.
Right. So that's really good to know, because that was a question I was going to have, is what about people from outside the community now that, have the ability? It doesn't matter what your geographic location is in Ontario, they can reach out to you. Is that my understanding?
Yeah, and truthfully, a virtual world means that we can reach out to anywhere. There's great resources that we have as a small organization with the benefits of a large collaboration. So you sit here and you think of, the little clubhouse in a little town of Barrie. Truthfully, there's 1 or 2 Gilda's clubs in Canada. We're one of them, and we're leading that charge for, really a community across Canada. There's a great opportunity for people to understand what it is that we are able to do. And while we love to do it in person and to be able to help impact people's lives, and simply said is that we help anyone impacted by cancer. Having grown up in the community and done so many things, it's one of those emerging gaps. How do you live with cancer? And Gilda's Club is the answer to that.
Right. Wow. So what about fundraising? Like, happening with events that were going on that were slated to happen this summer.
Yeah,
And
because Ripple, this was our first donation back in September 2016.
2016.
Right?
You were our
And-
first recipient. You were the reason
Yeah.
why we started Ripple. So
I would jokingly say I've been looking at the coffee pot like it's a crystal ball hoping for the answers, but it's dark and it's opaque. Fundraising is it's a great question, and this is where we are. An organization like ourselves, about 60% of our revenue comes from fundraising events, and how do you fundraise in this environment? Show up, I'll make something happen doesn't exactly wind up in giving you the greatest confidence in a situation. We like details, we like plans, we like ensuring that a fundraising event is fun. And a lot of those tools are taken away from us by COVID-19. With that said, this organization was built in the kitchen. It was built around a cup of coffee. It was built in grassroots, and celebrating our 10th year, we have so many people in this community, Ripple of Kindness and its membership, who understand what it takes to be able to make something happen in this community. So, we have some great supporters, and really the answer going forward is grassroots. It's maintaining those strong connections with people and how we can support the donors, but make sure the donors know that we are still helping people. And while we have people in Barrie saying, I want to support people in Barrie, or people in Gravenhurst saying, I want to support people in Gravenhurst, is that we're helping people all across Ontario right now. And being able to know that you have that kind of impact with your donor dollars is important. And that's the message right now, is focus on what it is that we do well, and we are very good at helping people impacted by cancer.
And it's nice to know that those dollars, those potential donor dollars, can come from outside of this geographic area, where people may not have realized the abilities of what you have now with the technology to be able to reach out to those people. So I think it's really great for people to know that, hey, even if you are living in Mississauga, or you're living in, Haliburton, or you're living wherever, you can still give to Gilda's Club and, make a difference in the lives of somebody that could potentially be in your community utilizing these services.
Yeah.
And it's the small dollars that count too. You have 100 people that are going to give, $20 a month is exactly how it impacts it. And this day and age, those are some of the most impactful dollars that we can have. It really helps us be able to say, this is what, we can look at and what we can plan and provide in such turbulent times. So, we're still providing those programs. Some people have, technological hurdles. You talk about Zoom or about Skype or things, and some people go deer in headlights.
Or they ask a child.
And quite honestly, there's lots of people that are looking to be able to help. And for most of the people, I'd say the most common thing you hear from anyone was actually easier than I thought. And for anyone that's thinking about that is dip the toe in, and see about going in for a swim into that digital world. So it's new, but it's what we have available to us. So
and that may be the way of the fundraising too, virtual fundraising going forward for the next few months, right?
Well, and those are the interesting things is, how do we, navigate such a new world? And the great thing about when you get into places is that, you have your policies and your procedures, A equals B, C, there's a great definition. I'd like to think that this is one of those times where you can be creative.
Yes.
There's lots of ways to be able to get in and see what might work. But you just got to think of it in smaller scales. Your $100,000 galas, your $500,000 galas. I don't know where they're gonna wind up going, aside from where you have those strong donors that are in place who are going to give you that money, regardless. And again, those are such valuable relationships.
But I have a feeling by 2021, everybody's going to be wanting to go to every gala around
We
just to get out, right?
For sure.
And
They'll be
connect
all
with
sold
friends
out.
again.
So, Erin, tell us how the community can connect with you.
If they go to our website, which is gildasclub.simcoemuskoka.org, can call the clubhouse. While we're closed right now, it's call and visit our website. Social media, we've got great Instagram and Facebook. Again, Gilda's Club, you'll be able to find us. And find out what we're up to and how people can get involved.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
There's some great monthly giving programs. And
If you're a Gilda's giver, it's giving any amount you can on a monthly basis. Beyond the Red Door Society is a larger commitment, and the Red Door sponsors. When you think about Gilda's Club, you think of the Red Door and
Yeah,
what that means, and you know, the people that are beyond the Red Door are the ones that are helping us keep that door open right now. So again, they're the most valuable you know, resource, and you know, the empathy and love that they've extended through their giving is impacting people's lives. You know, we are connecting in with people that have been newly diagnosed, have lost loved ones, you know, their spouses, children, and family. This is how it works, and it continues to work even in these dramatic and traumatic times.
Yeah.
So.
Great.
No, for sure.
Well, thank you so much, Erin, for sharing Gilda's with all of us today. You know, it's one of my favorite charities in town.
Absolutely, and I would have to say that even I was just so informed in so many of the things that you provided to us today. So thank you for coming in and speaking to our members and to ourselves, and you know, just keeping us updated as to how COVID is affecting Gilda's.
Well, thank you to Ripple of Kindness, yourselves, and to all of your members. Again, you've been a big part of being able to provide the sanctuary that this place is, and it's a virtual sanctuary right now, and it's the safest thing that we can do for our members, and it's possible because of your history and giving to us. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
so much.